were in some other country, in a place where people were very formal looking, I would start this class like, ladies and gentlemen. But now, I'm in a very lively class. This is Australia, so let's cut the formalities. And I'll start with a simple namaste. Namaste. Yeah. So now, who doesn't want to be young? We all want to remain young forever if possible. Yeah? Everybody wants that. And everybody, what doesn't want that? She wants to get old. Okay, except her. Everybody else wants that. We all want to remain happy. Who doesn't want that? No? Yes. Okay. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be healthy. And it is our right to remain healthy and happy throughout our life. We may live for a day or we may live for 100 years, but we want to live happily and we want to live healthy and we want to be calm while we are here. And that is the reason why you are all here, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So today's session is about pranayama, prana, controlling the prana to rejuvenate, to revive, and to remain healthy, and to reverse your aging. When I say aging, it's not just physical aging, it is mental aging as well. We all want to be healthy and happy mentally and physically. That's what we want. When I say pranayama, what does it bring to you? Audience, this is an informal session. I want to know a little bit what you know so that we can decide what to say. What is pranayama? One quick answer. Anybody who has practiced pranayama? Anybody? Breathing. Okay. What is prana? One answer.
Energy.
Okay. Yes. If there is one thing that we all share in this world, every single thing in this world, every single particle in this world shares. If there is one thing that is responsible for the existence and ongoing of this world, it is energy. You can call it by different names, you can call it as God, you can call it as nature, you can call it as anything. But energy is one common factor that is equally present in every single cell, every single atom of this universe. There is one energy, just like J.R.R. Tolkien says, one ring to rule all. There is one energy to move all. And it is called as the cosmic energy or prana. Many people think that prana is breath. It's not so. Breath is maximum, you could call it as a carrier of prana, as a package of prana, and something that is helping us to consume prana. But prana is an energy that is beyond everything and even breath. Every single thing that moves, as I said, you know, you have heard, you have read somewhere, anybody who knows a little bit of science, they know that this entire world is in perpetual motion. Every single thing is moving. That energy which is making everything move, everything come to life, the vital source behind every single particle in this world is what you call as prana. Then where did breath suddenly fit in? How did breath come in? What is pranayama? Why do we close our nose and try to breathe? And what are we trying to do in pranayama? That's what I'm trying to explain today. When we're all born, all living things, when you're all born humans, when you're born, when you see a baby is naturally filled with life, right? When you see that, have you seen a baby who has gray hairs, who is like this? No, there is nobody like that. We are all born fresh. We are all born soft. But gradually, as time goes on, something goes wrong. From the bright globes we were, from the packets of energy we finally, by the time we reach, earlier it was 60, now later it became 50, now it is 30. We all become lethargic. We all start feeling that there is something missing in life. Why is it happening? For that, first you must understand the connection between prana and life, prana and health. In all mechanisms, what we call as body, it is nothing but a machine which is designed by the nature to consume the energy. My body without prana is as good as a carpet. The difference between a non-living thing and a living thing is the amount of prana it contains. Some people are always very energetic, and some people are lethargic. Some people are very bright in a few things, some people do not understand things. What is the difference between health and sickness, brightness and dullness? It is the prana content. But it is something, it's a welcoming thing to know that we are all born in the same way. We are all designed in the same way. We can all consume prana in the same way, by birth, by design. We can all consume prana in the same way, and we can all be equally alive. We can all be equally bright. We can all be equally intelligent and healthy and youthful. Why is it not so? Even though by design, as I said, as babies, our body, our mechanism of the body, is made to consume prana, the way we use it defines all. Somebody keeps their body fit to consume prana after 50 years, they still look young. Somebody keeps it like that for 100 years, they still look healthy. But somebody loses it all and they're 20 and they look old. So everything is prana. Then what are the sources of prana? You say that breathing is not the source of prana? No, it's not like that. Breathing is the main source of prana. Every form of life in this world has its own mechanism of consumption of prana. You see plants. Have you ever observed a plant? Who has the time? But when you get the time, observe a plant next time. Do you know that plants sleep in the night? Oh, we don't know. Look at it. When the sun comes, when the first rays of the sun fall, you can see that every leaf in the plant actually glows. As the sun leaves, the leaves will actually droop down. You have to observe the nature if you want to be healthy. That's rule one. Stay with nature, be connected with nature. When you see that, the prana of a plant comes directly from the sun. This earth is a beautiful planet. We have been placed exactly in a distance where we can consume sun's prana efficiently. So the plants take the prana from the sun directly. We are also taking prana from the sun. If you don't know it, every day the sun comes up and goes away. We don't even have time to see it. But if there is such a thing as miracle, the sun coming up every day, coming back every day, that is the greatest miracle on this earth. If one day sun leaves, from next day onwards, there is no life on this earth. You can do whatever you want, but there is no prana. So the chief source of prana in this earth is the sun. So don't shy away from the sun. I'm not asking you to go and tan. But presence of sun is extremely important for all life to move on. So that is one important thing. 2, air. Air is only second. We are all made to breathe. Breathing is something that is present in all of us. It is a part of the design. Constantly, we consume prana. Every single action that happens in the body, in the mind, it requires prana. Prana is like money. Every single transaction that happens in the world requires money. The same way, every single thing that happens in the body, every single thing that happens in the mind, they require prana. You need that energy. So when you move, you are using some of the prana you got. So one hand you're getting prana, another hand you're spending prana. So here and here comes. When we are young, it's balancing. As we get old, coming reduces, moving out increases. One day coming stops and we die. So that is the basic mechanism. So every single every single work requires energy. You move, you walk around, you either consume energy on one hand, you lose some on the other hand. You eat something, you consume energy on one hand, lose something in the form of digestion on the other hand. And you're walking, you're putting your yoga mat, you sit like this, you consume energy, and you lose energy. So every single action makes you get some energy, lose some energy. When we act, it's so natural for us that we never think about the energy gain or energy loss. I was just looking somewhere in the bathroom. There was a lady who kicked the toilet door as if it were her boss. in aggression. Do you know how much prana you lose by that? You throw the shoe away. You just don't place it. Keep it. You throw it away. You lose prana again. So every single simple action, you lose prana. So watch out. Be careful about your daily activities. If you want to remain young, that's what we are discussing, right? If you want to remain young, you must learn to conserve prana physically. That is part one. Don't rush. Walk smoothly. And don't dump. Keep it smoothly. And don't get distracted, because when you're distracted, you have no control over your prana. You don't know what you're doing. And when you do that, again you will lose prana. Same thing mentally. When you're relaxed, your systems are in a prana consumption mode. You will start getting more energy into the body. But once you're angry, once you're distracted, and once you have no control, no awareness, automatically you will start losing prana. I don't have to mention too much emotion. After a lot of emotion, people go and eat because they feel drained. Too much emotion is injurious to health. Nobody has told this. In this country and many other countries I have seen, oh, are you excited? Yes, I am excited. But when you get excited, you feel great for a moment, but afterwards you feel weak. Remember, excitement is a prana killer too. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. But too much excitement. So if you get excited for 10 minutes, you need to sit down for 30 minutes. You can balance. Excitement is also a killer of prana. This is what we call as fluctuation or rajas. I'm not using technical terms here. I want to keep it simple. I can use a lot of Sanskrit terms, but I don't want to do that. Everybody does it. So I don't want to do that here. So excitement also kills prana. So this is physical and mental. Is there anything else? Okay. On one hand, we are getting prana from the sun, and on the other hand, because of our activities, we are losing a lot of prana. We are getting prana from the breath, but we are losing a lot of prana. Now, we also have a defense mechanism in the body, in the mind. On one hand, if we are losing prana, we want to do some activity to gain prana. This is where food comes in. Actually speaking, if everything is alright, we can live on water for a very long time. This is scientifically proven that you can live only on water for 90 days without any problem. Many people, if you're rested, if you know how to consume prana, if you know how to absorb prana, you can fast for a very long time. You have heard of this, long fasts and all. People have fasted for 400 days. There are people who live only on the sun. These are true facts. I'm not saying it's not a story. People are doing it. So, but why do we eat? Is it possible to live only on water? Yes, it is possible. Then why do we eat? Because our prana loss is more than the prana gain. So we need some secondary source of energy to come in to give us more energy. So we have this defense mechanism of taking something in and digesting it. Food is a very tricky subject. There are two kinds of energies you must notice. One, food gives us calories, which goes to the muscles. Two, that those calories get converted into prana, which goes into the nerves. So calorie and prana, they are not the same. If you eat a high-calorie food, you don't get a lot of prana. Don't think like that. Okay, so if by that way, you must be eating pizza every day. No, it's not like that. But at the same time, the main intention of eating food is to get prana. It's not just the muscle force. At the same time, to break down that food and extract that energy, you again need energy. To break something, you need energy. And when you break, all the things are not absorbable by the body. You cannot absorb every single thing. So there are many byproducts, there are many toxins that go and sit everywhere. And when you have those toxins, to remove them, again you need energy. So you see, on one hand, you get so much prana by eating burger, or by eating anything that you like, except fruits. So you get so much prana, but you need so much prana to clear it. So now it's all like cleaning a room. On one hand, with a small paintbrush, you're cleaning, you're sweeping the floor. On the other hand, in huge dump cans, you're dumping the garbage. So no matter how much you try, even after a long time, you will find a messed floor. The situation inside the body, the situation inside the mind is the same. Forget Kundalini, forget everything else. You at least need prana that can keep you alive and happy and focused. For that, you need to manage a few things. First, you must learn to be in touch with the elements, because that is the source of prana on this earth. If you go to some other planet, I don't know. But at least on this planet, the source of prana is the 5 elements. You have to be in touch. Go in the open air. Air calm. No. These are the preliminaries of pranayama. Forget pranayama. These are the basics, requirements that you need. Even if you do so much, even without pranayama, you feel much better. Pranayama will make you further better. That is later. But the basics, this is the preliminary of pranayama. Lifestyle is the preliminary of pranayama. Without lifestyle, no matter how much pranayama you do, you won't get all the results. No matter how long you sit and how many kinds of songs you make, and call it by any technical name, you will not get the result. Lifestyle is extremely important. Discipline is equally important. These are the greatest truths that I have read in the Yoga Sutras. Okay, I'm not saying it just like that. This is not a story. But this is what it is all about. Fundamentals, be in touch with the elements. Point 1. And when you are in touch with the elements, automatically you become more aware. Your senses are more aware. And then, mind your food. Mind your food. First observe. See if you need it. See what happens to your body by that. And food is not an entertainment. I'm sorry about that. It's not socialism. Eat for entertainment. 20% entertainment, it's okay. But 80% entertainment, not okay. You must eat to fulfill your prana needs. Food that is easily absorbable, that is easily digestible, that gives you a lot of energy immediately, that leaves very little waste after the energy is delivered, and that is relatively non-toxic, is what you need. The best form of fruits, the best form of prana-giving things are fruits in this world. And then there is a whole range. But the top, always remember, it is fruits. So after all this is done, still, if you want to get better and more energetic, by the time you are done with all these things, you will at least lose 10 years. But if that is not enough, if you have a goal in your head, if you want to become quick, if you want to gain a lot of focus, if you want to do the work that you're doing in 2 hours in 10 minutes, if you want that mental quickness, mental abilities, intelligence, improvement of intelligence, then you must practice the science of pranayama. Remember, pranayama is a science. It is not an occult art. No, it's not. It's not about mysticism. No, it is not. It is scientific. Just like math has got its formula, A plus B whole square, in the same way, yoga has also got formulae. In the sense, you can clearly say that if you do this, if you follow this path, you will get here. Very few people say that to you. That is their problem. But yoga is a science. So is pranayama. There is no secret in that. There are mechanisms. There are techniques, but there is no secret. If somebody tells you that, okay, come here, you are enlightened, I don't believe it. You have to work. You have to work on yourself. You have to face your limits. Like any other science, like any other scientist who experiments, who make faults, then observes, then understands, remembers, and moves on. Even in yoga, even in pranayama, we have our own formula. And it is time tested. So pranayama is a science. And pranayama, it happens on 2 levels. I said that prana is universal. Our body also contains prana. So first, you must learn to contain the prana in your body. First, you must know what is happening in your body. I said that this is a beautiful mechanism. We have prana flow channels, they are called as nadis. We have storehouses of prana, they are called as chakras. You have heard all that. You cannot directly access them. I cannot say, Agnya Chakra, get up. It won't. No matter who says, except the enlightened people, who usually do not say that. Because they know that it is your work. It is your work, you have to do it. They have done their work, you will do their work, but they will tell you how to do it. So, we cannot activate the chakras directly, it is not. So, the natural mechanism which can make us get connected to the chakras, it is breath. This is where breath enters. Breath is important because you cannot directly access the chakras in the beginning. You need a lot of time to learn to feel the chakras. It's not just that chakras can be felt right now, activated right now. It is not like that. It's very clear. You must learn to feel the chakra. First, it is a lot of work. After your lifetime, your lifestyle is correct, when your mind is on the ground state, then you can think about climbing. Pranayama is a process of climbing. So if you want to do that, if you want to feel the chakras, if you want to feel your breath properly, we all breathe. But how many of us know how we are breathing? We all believe that, okay, breathing is easy, I can breathe. But it is not like that. There are many things that happen in your body, in your mind when you're breathing. Your mind goes to different places along with breath. Your excitement and your breathing are directly connected. Your emotions and your breathing are directly connected. The way you look, how calm you are in crisis and your breath, they are directly connected. Your health and your breath, they are directly connected. There is a lot of things connected with breath. We do not observe the breath. Straight away, I have seen in many pranayama classes, they will start, oh, will you teach me retention? No. Because that is not pranayama. It's not pranayama. First, you learn to observe your breath. See what is happening. If there is a problem, first sit down and slowly study it. Logically understand it. And then you can find a solution. You cannot jump to the fifth phase of solution at once. So first learn to observe the breath. When I try to observe my breath, I find something unusual. At different points, my breath is in different phases. When I'm sitting, it is in a specific way. When I'm running, it is in a specific way. And in 10 minutes, my breathing rate, if you take a watch, and if you count the breath and see, one breath is 5 seconds, next breath is 10 seconds, next is 3.5. I'm breathing halfway. By the time I'm inhaling, I have already exhaled. There are a lot of things that happen in breathing when you try to observe and when you see it in an organized manner. So first, if you want to know what breathing is, Einstein said that everything is relative in this world. So if you want to know if one train is moving, you must halt and then see if this is moving. The same way, first if you want to observe the breath, your body should stop moving. If you are moving like this and this, the breath will also start moving. So first, you must stop moving and establish your body in a still manner. This is where the concept of asanas begin. Asanas, as you see today, is move like this and a lot of fun and everything, all good. But the original intention of doing an asana is to still the body so that we can forget the body. We always think of the body. We try to beautify it, this and that, but have you ever tried to forget your body consciously and see beyond the body consciously? Most of us don't. We don't. We want to have more fun. Okay, no problem. So, learn to forget the body. If you learn to forget the body, then you become aware of breath. Close your eyes, forget everything, and what is the first thing that you note? Breath. And then, after a while, most of us fall asleep, we don't know what happened. But, if we continue to observe the breath, then we start knowing that breath is a compulsory thing happening in the body. How long can we stop the breath? Can we live without it? We think we cannot. So let's see what is happening. Let me try to quicken the breath and see what happens. A set of results come. Let me try to slow down the breath and what happens? Something else happens. So when you experiment like this, we will understand that as we slow down the breath, we feel more rested. And when we feel rested, after a while, we feel energized. And if we do it like this every day, our general energy levels improve. And gradually, the way we look, our body, will also change. And in the crisis, the mind is slower, it can think, and then it can react. These are the effects that you can see over a period of time. So first, you must learn to slow down and sit down properly. And when you sit down, your body should be straight. Why? Because nerves carry prana and the basic central nervous system is in the spine. It is not anywhere else, it is in the spine. And all the chakras, the storehouses of prana, they are in the spine. When you want to connect something, you take a water hose and try to garden and try to put water into the garden. When you tangle it, when you twist it and try to put water, there is a lot of disruption. You take this mic and then twist it, it may break. In the same way, in our body, here is the brain, the main center of prana, the one that controls everything. And in the spine, the other centers of prana are present. They should be first aligned. This is the only rule. Your body should not move and it should remain straight. And you must sit like this for a long time till you start feeling. How long? It depends upon the individual. So first you must learn to sit straight. And then you must learn to observe breath. And then you can plan about controlling your breath because breathing controls the energy. And breath directly connects you to the centers of energy in the body. This is the concept of pranayama. And when you take the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the original text where pranayama is mentioned, the basic text that is the Bible for yogis, when you take that and try to study what Patanjali speaks about pranayama, he says that first see your breath. If there is an inhalation, there is a compulsory exhalation. It is compulsory. Is it possible that you can inhale forever? No. Exhale forever? No. So these are two things that are totally related. It's compulsory that you are doing. Meaning, my breath is not under my control. If it is under my control, I say inhale, go on for 20 minutes. It should happen. It's not. It means my energy is not under my control. Getting the point? Yes, you're getting the point. Because it's happening automatically. If you have something, if you have an instrument, you say switch on, it switches on, it is under control. Switch off, it's under control. But my breath is not under my control because as soon as I inhale for a while, exhalation becomes compulsory. I exhale for a while, even if it is not complete, inhalation becomes compulsory. So, my prana, the energy in my body, which is entering in the form of breath, is not under my control at all. Forget the other things, forget controlling universal prana. There are two ways of pranayama I told you, remember? One is controlling prana in the body, two, controlling it universally. Meaning, if I'm here, if I want to control your prana there, if I want to do it there, and if I want to send my energy to you, I should be able to do that. For that, I need to be able to control your prana. And I cannot control the prana which is inside my body. How can I control universal prana? Great people like Buddha, like Jesus, they all controlled universal prana. Their prana was not just in their body, it was everywhere. They could control anything. And great healers, if any, they can control your prana temporarily. So, first, instead of that, let me try to control my prana, which is the easiest, because the centers are present around me. For that, I must learn to control my breath. I must learn to control my inhalation and I must learn to control my exhalation. First, this is the basic of pranayama, learning to elongate inhale, learning to elongate exhale effortlessly. Underline, effortlessly. I have seen people doing pranayama. No, you're not gasping for air. You're not doing that. You are very calm. You must be relaxed. It must be natural and under the control of will, meaning your breath should come under the control of your mind. At your will, you should be able to inhale as long as you wish and exhale as long as you wish. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. I have seen with my very own eyes that people can inhale up to 20 minutes and exhale up to 20 minutes. It is quite possible. And naturally, with the practice of pranayama and improvement in lifestyle, your breathing becomes slow, your heart rate slows down because you're more rested. Your heart doesn't need to work that hard. When you're doing a prana contradicting activity, if you're doing something that is consuming a lot of prana and causing a lot of disturbance in your nerves, your heart rate goes up because more energy needs to go on. But you learn to control your lifestyle and you learn to control your breathing every day. Automatically, your heart rate comes down because the strain on your heart is very less. And your every cell in the body is consuming prana, so your organs need not work that hard. So naturally, it will last more. This is one point. If you take a normal person and count the number of breaths, it is around 26 a minute. That's what usually it is. I have observed it in my pranayama classes that it is around 26 a minute. With pranayama, it comes to around 10 a minute. So every minute, you're saving 16 breaths, meaning you are lasting 16 breaths longer. You have that in your savings account, and that moves on. And because everything is you're well rested, automatically your skin, your cells, rejuvenation, your body has this capacity to clean, to rejuvenate whenever possible. It all happens only when you're rested. For the body to rejuvenate, to clean, to take away the dead cells and replace the new ones, it needs rest. When you are stressed, it cannot work. That is your system in the body. So to build the immunity, all those things happen when your mind is rested. And at the rest of the times when you're not doing pranayama, because you have done pranayama in the morning, you have controlled your breath, and your lifestyle is supporting whatever you have done, your body mechanisms are naturally slower, and your immunity is naturally stronger, and therefore your healing will also go on in a much better way because there is less resistance to that. Definitely, you will start looking more younger. This is what rejuvenation means. This is level 1 of pranayama. Now, I have just slowed down my breath. After a while, once it becomes comfortable, then slowly, gradually, I can try different patterns. I can see different systems that are present. Once I get in touch with them, I can try other variations. And finally, after a while, I can see if I can stop breathing for a few moments. Because slowing down the breath, it puts some prana into my savings account. Stopping breathing effortlessly should also put more prana into my account. That is the logic. So after a while, you must learn to stop breathing for a few seconds. Inhale. Stop breathing for a few seconds till you're comfortable. Exhale. And stop breathing for a few seconds. By this, you can feel every single breath that is coming in and out of the body. When you inhale and stop, your mind has taken this into account. When you exhale and stop, this is accounted. So you can learn to live breath by breath. Automatically, your mind learns to live in now. This moment. This moment means breath. That is one thing that is constantly with you. How do you know? The breath. When you have the account of breath by breath, step by step, automatically you will learn patience, you will be calmer, and you will learn to live in the present, and you will be happier. This is an automatic result. You do not have to try. So it is only when you learn to stop breathing for a few seconds between the two breaths that you can feel your presence, that you can feel your presence beyond the external world. When we are rushing, when we don't feel the breath, all we notice is others. When we are not rushing, when we are noticing our breath, what we notice is us. So this is the time you'll get to see what is happening within you, to be with yourself. This is what is called as awareness, inner consciousness, whatever name you want, you can call it. This is to be connected with yourself. This is the goal of pranayama. Goal of pranayama is not to look young or anything. No. Finally, you must learn to look at yourself. This interval of stopping the breath gradually increases. And you can feel yourself so clearly, so well in that moment. You can feel yourself. You don't feel the body, you have forgotten it long ago. You're not feeling what's happening around you. You're not listening to the music. It's not fun, but it's something beyond all that. Some bliss, some happiness, some peaceful feeling that is beyond, that transcends all excitements. It is not exciting, because what we call as bliss is an excitement-free state. It is not another excitement. Happiness and excitement are remarkably different. This comes for a while, goes, and after it goes, the pendulum swings the other way and you'll be crying tomorrow. But bliss, it is a neutral state. And to be neutral, first you must learn to be with yourself, to feel yourself. It is in those intervals that you can feel yourself. At that point, when you are breath-free doesn't mean energy-free. Inhalation, breath, prana enters the body. And exhalation, breath leaves, prana remains. And then, when you stop breathing after exhalation, work out, after exhalation, not after inhalation, after exhalation, at that moment, you feel only the energy and no breath. When the prana is with breath, you know the nature of air. What is the nature of air? It moves, correct? So when you're inhaling and holding the breath inside, even though it is a very calm state, it is slightly disturbing because the air inside the lungs is moving very smoothly. It's not like this, but it's like this. But at that point, your mind is so subtle that even that is a disturbance. It's as if you're trying to look at a mirror and there is a mist. What will you do when there is mist on the mirror? You want to clean it, right? You can still see your face, but you want to clean it. In the same way, retention after inhalation is a mild disturbance. But the retention that comes after exhalation is fantastic. Initially, if you're not ready, it feels horrible. But when you're ready, it is extremely good. The silence you feel within, the presence of yourself that you feel at that point, it is indescribable. It will be the happiest moment in your life. Naturally, your body, your mind, everything absorbs a part of it. And after that quietness, you automatically become quiet. And that is a great state to be in. It is at that point that the prana in your body is under your control. This is only level 1 of pranayama. Once you have that energy, automatically your food requirements come down. You will not eat so much. You don't need so much, and your craving for chocolates, things like that, coffee, all exciting stuff will automatically move away. You won't miss them. You won't lose them. You're happy that they are gone. And automatically you are more quiet, more silent. Because it's only when you're silent that you can feel the energy. When I chat, I do not feel the energy of myself. I only can hear gossip, which excites my mind more. But when I'm quiet, when I'm calm, when I'm relaxed, I can feel myself. And who is a better friend to me than myself? It's me. So it is at that point that you're extremely relaxed, extremely calm, and happy. And a happy mind is a young mind. When you're a kid, you see that they're in their own world. They're not gossiping. The kids of today might have changed, I don't know. At least in India, where I come from, kids, even here, I saw a few, beautiful. So kids, they're in their own world. They are so much connected with themselves. And they are so happy. Where is all that happiness? And there is no fear. You observe, there is no fear. You ask them to do something, they will do that. Even if they have fear, they don't care. They want to explore something new and they go on. Their mind is so young. What happened to that mind? Now, ask somebody to bend back immediately. No, something is going to go wrong. Pain, what if it comes? Oh, tomorrow, security, what happens? I was looking at the television, they said, buy a funeral insurance, it is a must. Why is so much insecurity? Because of the fear of death. Once you learn to conquer your breath, you have conquered the fear of death also. Please understand this. It is all about breath. Once you learn to be breathless, that is what death is like. It's very peaceful. It's not something to be afraid of. So it's a natural thing, just like the leaf falls off. What is there? Automatically you get more courageous. And forget that. Once you become free from all fears, your mind becomes young. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to frighten you. So once your mind becomes young, you're naturally more happy. And a young mind, automatically your body is a reflection of your mind and it becomes ageless. So if you want rejuvenation, if you want to remain young, mentally, physically, it is automatic. And once you have the energy, automatically your body will look and forget that. You don't care for it anymore so much. But even if you do, it will happen. So once that happens, automatically, once you're full with life, then you can think about connecting with the prana everywhere. That is an advanced level of pranayama. That is where kundalini, chakras, they will all come. Till that point, no. So forget great terms. Don't say my third chakra is active today, the fourth chakra. Forget that. Say that I'm feeling good. Are you feeling what you're saying? It is not about talking. Yoga is not about talking. No, it's not. It is about becoming. It's about feeling. If you are talking about something, become that. If you are not that, then why talk? Just gaining knowledge, intellectual gymnastics, that's not, it is. No. You must feel it. You can feel it. I have seen many people who can say, oh, this position, I know it. But can you do it? No. Or pranayama, this technique, oh, I know it. But have you used it? No. What is the point of knowing something without being able to use it? More junk in the head. So learn to practice even if you know one single technique well. One single thing well. If you can sit down and have one single breath properly, that is enough. Because you will be happy at that point and you will be confident at that point. And that's what yoga is all about. So please understand this. Practice is everything. And it is not a miracle. Miracle, I don't know what miracle is. Instantaneous? No, it is not. It takes a long time. It is guaranteed. It takes a long time. It takes dedication. It takes discipline. Initially there will be pain, but it is worth it. If I have to be honest, and therefore I have to say this to you, that there will be pain because we are trying to, when we try to get better, if you are not seeing any problems at all, then probably the technique is wrong. It is assured. When you try to get better, the first thing is everything is problematic in the beginning. You face it, you solve it, and you move on. This is the process. Anybody who has achieved anything in any field knows this. Anybody who has worked in any field knows this. Just like any other thing, pranayama and yoga is also a science. It needs organized effort, something that is long-term, something that is continuous, and something that you do with love. If you do not love your practice, if you do it as an obligation, then you say, oh, let me do it twice a week. But if you love it, you will do it every day. So pranayama is a science. Please remember this. Forget miracles. Take responsibility on your own shoulder. It's your body, your mind. You can control it. gurus, healers, wise people, everybody, we are here to initiate you. And just to ensure that you are in the track. Till you are self-supporting. Once you can support yourself, a guru will not push you. We don't want you to get addicted to us. It's not that, no good guru will say that you come and sit here forever. No. A guru wants you to be independent as soon as possible. So try to push you in the right track, give you a push, keep you inspired and stay in the track. That is the responsibility of the teacher. Everything else is on you. And this is the simple science of pranayama. So stop looking for age-reversing miracles and start working from today. And definitely organized effort in 1 year. Definitely you will look better. But more than that, you will feel much, much better. So saying, I'll conclude my talk. The time for the talk is done and over. I hope you will practice it. It's not just a talk, listen and forget talk. I hope sincerely that you will all practice it and use it and stay healthy and happy. Thank you.